All right, let's hear this bonus clip before we get to number 4. This was really good. This was suggested a lot, and this is from episode 240, which is an episode called Hashtag the World's End. Now, this was a really fun episode. Let me give you a little bit of background. I haven't really talked about the background on this episode.
You haven't?
No, but Edgar Wright, who is a great film director. He's directed the Cornetto trilogy.
You're talking Shaun of the Dead. You're talking Hot Fuzz. And you're talking The World's End.
The World's End. Now, he also has directed Scott Pilgrim.
Versus the World?
Versus the World. Great movie. And he and his friends were in the sort of press cycle for The World's End. They were doing a lot of interviews. He requested to come on this show, which is amazing because
he's a big comedy fan.
A lot of people, they do the WTFs, they do the Nerdists, which are just simple interviews where they can just talk, and that's comfortable for a lot of stars. But this show is a little more challenging.
Yes, because like you go on WTF and you have the host is like, why should I care about you? Then you go on the Nerdist and the host is like, I care about you too much. Then you come here,
I don't
and
care.
The host isn't aware of what's happening at all or who the person is.
Right.
And so all he wants to do is wait for you to say the words, my wife.
And then he'll just jump on that. And that is what this show is about.
Right.
So Edgar listens to the show. He watches the TV show. He gave me some really nice compliments about episodes that he had seen. He's a big comedy fan. And
he's a sweetheart.
He's a great guy. He wanted to come on this. And not only did he want to come on with his stars, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, two big stars, the likes of which we do not see a lot on this show.
They don't need this shit.
They don't need to come on this show.
No, hell no.
Not only did
they shouldn't have.
Not only did he want to bring them, he wanted to do it in the style of this show. Meaning, he wanted them to do characters. He didn't want it just to be an interview show. He wanted them to do characters.
He was invoking the open door policy.
Yes, of course. So he wanted it to be a lot like a normal episode of this show.
Right.
So this is a really funny bonus clip. This is where Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are doing Sean Connery and Michael Caine. And by the way, also a little background, those guys, Edgar said he had cleared this with them. Those guys got there, and it was news to them. And they thought he was kidding when he had suggested it, but they were very game.
I should say so.
They slipped right into it, and they had a thing where they said in the middle they were going to switch characters, which they do. So you'll hear that in the middle of it. So this is your bonus clip from Hashtag the World's End. Bonus clip. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here with Edgar Wright, and looks like Simon and Nick took off, but hey, I'll talk to you about the film. So it must be great being a director, I guess, right? I mean, you get to sit in that chair. They have a whole chair built just for your profession.
I don't actually sit in my chair that much, actually.
What?
I are
they back or no?
Excuse me, is this where the podcast is happening?
Oh my God! I cannot believe this. Two giant stars just walked into this room.
I was just outside with my friend Sean Connery.
Michael Caine?
Good evening.
I have just been to have an MRI on my shoulder.
It's Sean Connery and Michael Caine have just walked into this. Edgar, can you believe this?
I know it. I mean, I've never met either of them.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, let's just get some... Who are you?
I'm the director of a new movie that's coming out today called The World's End.
Never heard of it.
Well done.
What's that about, then?
One of the... another one of your...
Yes?
James Bond's is in it.
Yeah. Can I be in one?
Yeah.
Do you want to sign my cast?
Yes, I'd love to sign your cast, so Sean.
What, the entire cast?
Why do you have a cast?
I hurt my arm playing golf.
Oh, you're a big golfer.
Oh, yes, I'm often on a golf course.
Is that what you do now? It seems like you've retired from acting.
Yes, pretty much. I just play golf.
Yeah, wow, that's incredible.
Thank you.
And Michael, I haven't seen you in any film that's non-Batman related in a long time.
Well, you just sort of do what you can to keep the wolves from the door. A lot of the time, I just stay home with Shakira fucking.
You are fucking Shakira right now?
Yeah, she's my wife.
I had no idea. You're a huge star. I don't know why it surprised me.
Well, what happened was, a long time ago, I was leafing through a magazine, and I saw this really classy bird on page 57. I sought her out. Her name was Shakira. We got married. How's your father?
So wait, so you see her.
Where's your father?
He's dead.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
Mine too.
Sorry, guys. So you see Shakira, you don't even know what she does. You don't even know her name. You
I
just
just
like her
saw her.
look.
She was advertising some kind of booze or a diamond ring or something. And I just called her up, and she was like, "Hello, Michael," and we got it on.
Wow, amazing. And then married how many days later?
That was that day.
That day.
Same day.
You fucked her and then you married her the same day.
No, we got married first. I'm not a pervert.
Oh, okay. I'm
Is
so sorry.
is she the hips don't lie woman?
She was in The Man Who Would Be King with
Oh,
us in the
yes.
end. Do you remember?
Wait,
I think she played Roxanne.
Yes.
That's right.
That's a good film, isn't it?
The Man Who Would Be King. That's the only film that you guys have ever starred in
Yes,
together,
that's
if
where
I'm
we-
getting my movie trivia
That's right,
correct.
but we've never spent a day apart since we shot it.
Really? So wait, you were there the entire time that Sean here filmed Indiana Jones and the Last
Yep.
Crusade?
Yeah.
I was there
Every day.
every day. We used to.
Why weren't you in the film?
I couldn't be bothered, to
That
be
was-
honest. I had stuff to do.
It was mine.
So what?
He's the one that came up with the line, Junior.
Oh,
That's right, that was mine. That was
What-
mine.
What
to
made
me-
you think of that line?
I was thinking of mints, and I fancied a chocolate-covered mint, and I shouted out for the mint.
That's the ice.
Junior.
Junior.
And Sean quite rightly said that's a good line for the
Well,
film.
I was leaving the trailer and I heard it and I said, that's bloody great.
Mm-hmm.
What if you had said Twizzler? I mean,
Twizzler.
I know, it could have gone either way, couldn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Who knew?
amazing.
Cinema history would have been changed. He was there on Jaws for the Revenge all the
Yes.
time.
Oh my goodness.
Every day.
Shouting, Michael, stop it, for fuck's sake!
Blame it on Rio?
Rio, yes.
Yes.
Yes, Rio.
Yes.
Dirty,
were you
rotten
there?
scoundrels.
So you were there on set for Austin Powers Goldmember.
Oh, yes. Yes, 5 days.
That's all you did, really, Michael. Is
It
just
was,
5
but
days.
it was a
on
very memorable performance.
I thought the back of your head was really good.
A lot of that was played by some little fucker who I never got to meet. I wasn't happy with the casting, to be honest.
Let's move on.
So, can I ask a question?
Yeah, Edgar,
Sir Michael. Sir Michael?
Yes, Edgar.
You are very famous for having
yeah.
a book about your guide to acting, and I saw on TV when I was a little kid your kind of acting masterclass.
That is right.
Like, could you tell us about some of your rules of acting?
There's one key to acting that I've
There
always
we
employed.
go.
You know this, Sean. You yourself was
yes.
Well, you've never spent a day apart. I would hope
No,
you would
no.
know this.
are a great exponent of this particular method. We both of us use it.
Yes, we do.
We don't blink. We do
It's
not blink.
Simply that.
Just watch my performances. You won't see me blink. Not once. Not
But-
even in Batman. Not even when I'm upset. Perhaps because a young girl
What-
has been stabbed.
Like in Death Trap? Or?
Yes.
What about how do you? I have a question. How do you stop blinking in like a swarm of killer bees in the swarm?
That was particularly difficult, but I used
You had
a couple.
you had lenses,
I had
didn't you?
lenses in, anti-blink lenses, which stopped.
It's like a small disc of perspex that hangs above the iris.
That Sean invented.
Did you, Sean, you invented
Yes, I did.
these. So when you came up with this method, Sean, you said, well, there's got to be
Yes.
a technical way
Yes.
to do this.
Well, I was making my own at home, and I had a terrible infection in my tear ducts, and so I contacted a company that made them for me.
Oh.
A lot of the time, we inform on each other's films. It was my idea to use the little green balls full of virus in The Rock, wasn't it?
Oh yes.
Oh, great,
Yes,
great
That was-
idea.
Yeah, I thought it was like a bath bomb, but would kill you.
Nobody escapes from the Rock except me, and I did it twice.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to improvise, but they wouldn't let me.
I read that you came up with also the you're between The Rock and a hard case line.
That's right. That was
Yeah.
part of the commercial advertising for the movie.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of advertising in my time.
Yeah.
I was actually leafing through a magazine once, and I came across a beautiful bird. Have I told this story?
I don't know. I'd love to hear it again if you
I'm
have.
not as sharp as I used to be, but I bloody try.
So, are you guys ever going to star in another movie together? I mean, I would
I-
love to see.
I don't know.
I didn't know you guys were such
Well, they
great
want to
friends.
they do want to make A Man Who Would Be King 2. Obviously, sequels are very important these days.
Yes!
Seems to be the only thing they're making in
I
Hollywood.
just think it's a lot of furore about the royal baby. That's what they want us to do.
Yeah.
Are
Did
you going for the independence of Scotland, Sean? I haven't asked you about this.
Oh,
have I?
I don't care. I live here.
You live in Spain, don't you?
Yeah, I live everywhere.
We
I've
live
got
in
houses
Spain.
everywhere. I'm a very wealthy man, thanks to James Bond.
Can you say the famous line from James Bond?
Yes, yes, I can.
I would love to hear it.
Go fuck yourself, Blofeld.
I love it.
What an amazing performance.
Oh, I love
Thank
it.
you.
Incredible.
Fantastic. That is so
So Sean,
Yes.
can I ask you your opinion of the James Bonds that came after you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a lot.
Let's go through them, Joey. After you, there was that guy that just did one. Can't remember his name. Lazenby.
George Lazenby.
Laserbrain.
Well, you know, I think
George
I
Laserbrain.
think George Laserbrain it was a very, very brave performance, you know, and
It's about 2 hours long.
of all the only Bond to wed, and look what happened.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was very sad.
Yes.
Did I tell you I met my wife?
No.
I'd love to
I
hear
was
the
leafing
story.
through this magazine a couple of years ago. I was on page 57, and there she was. Beautiful. Lovely bird. I called her up. She said yes. And that's it. And we're still together.
So she said yes to what? Will you marry me over the phone?
No, she just picked up the phone and went, yes.
And you took that to mean,
Do you not? Is that not what she meant?
have you kidnapped her?
Kind of work.
I might be a kidnapper.
Wow. So, did they ever find out who would be king at the end of that first film?
I don't know.
I think.
I've never seen it.
Well, you were in it. Did you read the script?
Yeah, I read my bits.
Do you have like an earpiece like Marlon Brando used to have, where people just say your lines to you and you repeat them?
What?
Okay.
A lot of the time we were just drinking and messing around with Christopher Plummer. weren't we?
Yes.
Oh, Plummer. He's great.
Plummer's
I love him.
he's a lovely guy.
He's back on top.
Absolutely. I know Simon Pegg, the actor, beautiful young man, does an amazing performance in The World's End. He recently made a film with Christopher Plummer
He did. Which film is that?
called Hector in the Search for Happiness, out next year.
Oh my gosh.
I've got high hopes for this. He's a great young actor.
do you
Very
do?
promising.
Can I ask you?
Massive dick. I mean, he's not personality-wise.
Oh,
I
just
mean,
he has a
his penis
large
is-
penis. Oh,
is
great. That's
impressive.
Michael, do you do any impressions?
A bit blue.
Yes, I do. I do an impression of the actor Simon Pegg, funnily enough.
Oh, really? I'd love to hear him. He
All
took
right,
off.
hang on. I've got to get the face and the voice right.
Oh, look.
You've got red on you. That's it.
You've got-
I can only say the one thing.
Yeah, is that a famous line from?
I think it's from his film Hot Fuzz.
Oh, great. Well, that's
I don't
fantastic.
actually, Sir Michael. I don't think. I don't think.
Oh, are you guys okay?
Sure, yeah, just a slight coughing fit there.
Swallowed a moth.
Wait a minute. Is there an echo in here? Because all of a sudden, Sean, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
So we've talked about Laserbrain,
Yes.
but there's Pierce Brosnan who's in this film, The World's End,
Aye.
and he was a Bond. As far as I know, he did 4 or 5 of these things.
Yeah, I think he did about 43 of the Bonds.
No, he didn't.
Did he not?
No, he did.
Which
Four.
is Pierce Brosnan? Is that the little
The Irish guy.
He's the black one.
No, I
Was he
don't.
the Black Bond?
Yeah.
That's right. Pierce Brosnan's not a white man's name, is it?
No, very Jamaican.
I think it was timely, though. I think the franchise needed it by that time. I think
Yeah,
we were
no.
bored of posh white boys. I am.
Yeah,
Aren't we all?
yeah.
What
Mike-
did you think of Roger Moore, who replaced you after Diamonds Are Forever?
I thought he basically took the corpse of the role I created and fucked it.
Oh my gosh, Sean.
Throughout the entire 80s, just fucked
Don't
it.
hold back. Tell us what you think.
I think, in many ways, he made a mockery of the character and irreparably damaged it until along came Dalton, who I
Polly.
did respect.
Oh yeah.
And along came Polly, the movie
Yeah.
with Jennifer Aniston, who
course.
hilariously plays the part of Polly, a difficult-to-know girl.
Michael, I had heard that you actually were up for the role in The Untouchables that Sean here got. Is that right?
Well, you know, we don't really argue about things. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Of course.
That's what we say.
Who plays the
Incidentally,
goose and who's the gander in your
I play
relationship?
Richard Goose, a detective.
And I played Dave Gander, who is
Another detective.
a hard-knock cop with a grudge.
Yeah, I imagine the two detectives would get along really well because they have so much in common.
Goose and gander.
It's our new,
Rated R.
it's our new film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Almost,
What's it rated R for?
Rim
Rubbish.
jobs.
Rum
you say
jo-
rim jobs?
Did you say rum jobs?
Yeah, I said rim jobs.
Oh, right. I thought you said
R for rim jobs.
I thought you said rum jobs.
Rum jobs.
What is that exactly? A rum job?
It's like when you lick round the rim of a bottle.
I think it's when you get an hand job from Captain Morgan.
Well, guys, I love your friendship. I love hearing about your lives.
Thanks very much. It's been great to come in here.
Yeah,
we
why-
have to
why
go.
did
We are
you
going to
come in
miss our
here?
tee off time.
We were just told to come in and sit down here. I thought it was a place for a prostate examination, to be honest. But
I was using your microwave to heat up some soup.
What kind of soup, Michael?
Heinz cream of tomato. You can't get it here. I have to go down to Santa Monica
I understand.
and get it in the pub.
All right, well, your soup is getting cold.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
is.
guys so
thanks
much for
very
coming
much.
by.
Thanks
yeah.
for having us.
Yeah, why don't we take a break? Edgar, can
Goodbye.
you stick around? Maybe Simon and Nick will
Good
come
luck
back.
with
I
your
don't know.
film at World's End, young man.
Oh, thank you. That's actually the name of Pirates of the Caribbean 3.
Oh, fuck you.
Clip. Oh, very funny.
When was it sprung on them that they were going to be doing this?
In the break right before this segment.
So not even when everyone was sitting down at the
No.
beginning. Fantastic.
But they were like, oh, okay. And they did. They loved doing those characters, and it was a lot of fun hearing them on it, and I think that was really funny.